Hey guys, it's Cache. Welcome back to my channel. Now, this video is so long overdue, but I'm finally giving you a heat damage update. Now, as you can see, I cut my hair multiple times, 4 times to be specific, over the past 2 years. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen my first curly hair video, and if you haven't, I'll insert a picture here for reference and the link somewhere above me. But my hair was severely heat damaged. I had a lot of damage around my crown area, my ends, and it was just pulling my curls down. I barely had like a sad wave thing going on, and I knew it was really bad, but I wasn't prepared to cut everything all at once, and I knew that for a really long time. So what I decided to do was, through a series of mini chops, cut all of my damage off. Now, the very first cut that I got was in March of 2017. I didn't go to like a curly hair specialist or anything, just a basic salon. They cut, I'd say, about 2 or 3 inches off my hair. No layers or anything, just straight across. And I'm gonna insert a picture here. It didn't look bad, but it didn't look good. Like, it was nowhere close to being nice and springy and bouncy. But my hair was a lot fuller, which I really liked. And I knew that I still needed to cut a lot more, and I was at that point really eager to cut a lot more because it was looking a little bit better. And I waited a little bit longer. When I got back home, I think in May, was the second time that I got it cut. And I will insert another picture. And that was really nice. I went to a diva specialist that time, and that was a completely different experience. Since I told you I had a lot of damage around my crown, I ended up getting layers where a lot of the damage that was on the upper portions was cut off, and my hair just looked so much better. Like, you could actually see a curl pattern. It was crazy. And I mean, there was still obviously a good amount of damage. I only did maybe max 3 inches all around. The layers were a little bit shorter, so maybe 4 or 5 inches on the layers, but my hair was at that point a little bit above tailbone length at its longest point, and I was in love. I had maybe 2 inches of damage left over, 2 or 3 inches, and I was cool with it because I knew I didn't want to cut everything all at once. So I went along with it, waited a little while, but yeah, no. The next time that I cut my hair was about a year later. I went to a diva specialist again, and same great experience. This time I cut 2 inches all around my hair, and it was a lot shorter, but it looked really good. You could just see the health of my hair coming back, and I was in love. I will insert a picture somewhere around here, but yeah, I had nothing bad to say. It was pretty short, so I knew I wanted to hold off on cutting it again for a little while, but it was pretty much back to where it used to be. Now, this is the bad part of the story. So, August of 2018, I really wanted to change. I was tired of my hair, just, always looking kind of similar. I got the cut, so I already had it in me to change things up a little bit. So I decided to dye my hair. And as you can see, my hair is really dark, almost black. So to achieve the color that I wanted, we had to bleach my hair. And everyone knows curly hair and bleaching just really is the worst mix in the entire world. But initially my hair was okay. It was okay for about 2 months, it responded to products the same way. It felt pretty similar to what it felt like before. And it wasn't until December of last year that I started noticing like major terrible changes, where my hair was just dry, and anytime I straightened it, anytime that I washed it, it would be like chunks of hair coming out. It didn't look good at all, and it felt terrible. No matter how much water I put on it, it still felt like there was something wrong with it. And I knew that, okay, it's time to get a cut. So I waited until I got home because I'm kind of picky with who cuts my hair, and I just really needed to go to a curly hair specialist. And I go to school kind of in the middle of nowhere where we don't have any curly hair specialists. So when I went home for winter break, I went back, and it was, I think, the last weekend that I was home too. I made an appointment, or tried to make an appointment with the same person that I usually went to. But unfortunately, he was booked, I was in a rush, and I really needed to get this cut. So I decided to book with another hair specialist that they had there. This woman, I think she may have been a bit newer of a stylist, and she wasn't a she was a wee dad specialist rather than a diva cut specialist. And I know that Wee Dad is another curly hair brand, and they're pretty reputable, so I wasn't too concerned at first, and I figured it'd be fine. I made the appointment with her. I went in. She was super sweet. I let her know that I wanted to do 2 inches all around, and she said, you know, your hair looks really good. At this point, most of my heat damage was gone, so it did look pretty decent. She said that, you know, we'll cut 1 inch off and see what happens. So she starts cutting, and at first it seems fine until I realize that she's going over pieces again and again and again. And I'm realizing that, okay, this might be a little bit more than 1 inch or 2. But I figure, okay, she knows what she's doing. She told me not even to worry about it. She's only gonna do 1 inch. So I'm sitting there calmly sipping my wine and waiting to be finished. And then she's done. And I take a look into the mirror, and my hair is so short. Like, I walked in with it tailbone length, and I walked out with it waist length. That's gotta be at least 4 inches that she cut off just then. And it was overwhelming at first. I think what happened was she tried to even out my hair because I had like layers, and a lot of the layers were really short. So she tried to take the longer bits that were in the back and get them even with everything else, which is not what I asked for, but all of my damage was gone if I look on the bright side, and now I'm here. And I'm ultimately not upset with how everything turned out. It looks pretty good. I feel like this side may be a little bit shorter than the other, which is kind of weird, but besides that, I think I'm gonna go back later on for a trim just to even everything up a little bit more. But that's my update, guys. I don't regret waiting so long to cut everything off because I feel like I'm just not very good with change as a person, and if I did it all at once, I probably would have freaked out a lot more. And I want to let you guys know that if you're suffering from heat damage, don't feel pressured to cut everything all at once. Do it on your own time. You don't even have to cut it if you don't want to. That's all up to you. Don't do anything you're not comfortable with. I'm very happy that I cut my hair. I'm very happy that it's a lot healthier than it was before. And all I have to say is just work with your hair. You gotta be patient. It's not gonna come off overnight unless you want to cut it off. I have so much respect for people who are able to big chop, but no pressure if you're not. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. I know it's long overdue. Leave in the comment box what you guys want to see next. I know I have a couple of cool things coming up. Lots more hair videos, maybe a little bit of vlogging. But thank you guys. Bye!